Today we are going to study about the female reproductive part of the flower. That female reproductive part of the flower is known as a gynoecium. Gynoecium. Now it is a fourth and innermost female reproductive whorl of the flower. Its unit is known as a carpel. Unit of gynoecium is a carpel. Now number of carpels are variable. It may be one or it may be many from species to species of the plant. Then we are going to study details about carpel. Carpel consisting of three parts, that is apical sac-like part of carpel is known as a stigma. Then a slender part is known as a style. Then a basal oval part of the carpel is known as a ovary. Basal oval part is known as a ovary. Now in the ovary the central mass of parenchymatous cell is present. That central mass of parenchymatous cell is known as a placenta. Now from placenta ovules are produced. And these ovules are actual female gamete. Now number of ovules are produced from the placenta. Now in this way, gynoecium, female reproductive organ. Its unit is known as a carpel. Each carpel consisting of, this one is a carpel. Each carpel consisting of parts like a stigma, style, ovary. Ovary consisting of a mass of diploid parenchymatous cell, that one is known as placenta. From placenta, ovule is developed. Now we are going to study a structure of this flowering plant ovule. Now in flowering plant, a special type of ovule is formed. Now this we are going to study structure of this ovule. Now that ovule is a inverted ovule. This ovule is a inverted ovule known as a anatropous ovule. Structure of anatropous ovule. Now, why this ovule is known as a anatropous ovule? In this ovule, the micropyle and the stalk of ovule, that is the funicle, comes close to each other due to the inverted nature of the ovule. Hence this ovule is known as anatropous ovule, or it is known as inverted ovule. Now we are going to study detailed structure of inverted ovule or anatropous ovule or angiospermic ovule. Then you will get idea why this ovule is known as anatropous ovule. Now in this ovule, central diploid parenchymatous mass of the cell, that central diploid parenchymatous mass of the cell is known as a nucellus. This one is known as a nucellus. It is a central diploid parenchymatous mass of the cell. Now this mass of the cell is covered by a protective covering. That protective covering is known as integument. This one is a protective covering. That protective covering is known as integument. Now in case of angiospermic ovule, integument is two-layer. That hence ovule is known as a bitegmic ovule. म्हणून त्या ओव्हलला काय म्हणणार? A bitegmic ovule. Now here these are the integument. Integument surrounds all around the nucellus, but except at the tip it leaves a small opening. Now first one, this one is a protective covering of the ovule or nucellus. That protective coverings are known as integument. Here how many layers of integument? Two layers of the integument, hence it is known as a bitegmic ovule. Now integument leaves small opening at its tip. That small opening is known as a micropyle. Then next one is this one is a part of the ovule, and here this one is a stalk of the ovule. This one is a stalk of the ovule. That stalk of the ovule is known as a funicle. Stalk of the ovule is known as a funicle. Now with the help of funicle, with the help of that funicle, ovule attaches to the placenta and it absorbs food material from the ovary. It absorbs food material from the placenta of the ovary and provides to the body of ovule. Then this one is the stalk of the ovule. That stalk of the ovule is known as a funicle, and this is the part of the ovule which attaches to the body of the ovule. Funicle and body of the ovule connect at this point. That point is known as hilum. That point is known as a hilum. Hilum is the junction in between body of the ovule and stalk of the ovule, known as a funicle. Now here, this one is a body of the ovule, and this is a part of the ovule towards the micropyle, known as a micropylar end, and this is the part of the ovule towards the base, that is the base of the ovule is known as a chalaza. Base of the ovule is known as a chalaza, and part of the ovule towards the chalaza is known as chalaza end, and part of the ovule towards the micropyle is known as the micropylar end. Then in the center of the nucellus, generally towards the micropylar end, a female gametophyte or embryo sac is produced. Female gametophyte or embryo sac is produced, which is 7-celled and 8-nucleated. Keep it in mind. It is a 7-celled and 8-nucleated embryo sac or female gametophyte. Embryo sac or female gametophyte is found in the nucellus towards the micropylar end, in this way. Now, which are the 7-cell and 8-nuclear? This we are going to study. This one is known as a large cell. It is the embryo sac or female gametophyte. Now, this cell, the embryo sac or female gametophyte, consists of a group of 3 cells toward the micropylar end. In this, a central large cell is known as egg. Central large cell is known as egg cell, or it is known as a female gamete, and 2 lateral cells of the egg cells are known as, these 2 are known as synergids. 1 and 2 are synergids. Now here, these are the synergids. Now this together form a egg apparatus. Now what is the egg apparatus? A group of 3 cells towards the micropylar end. Out of this, central large cell is egg cell and 2 laterals are synergids. Then a group of 3 cells in the embryo sac present toward the chalaza end. That group of 3 cells together, known as 1, 2 and 3 together, they are known as antipodals. Now here, how many antipodals? 3 antipodals. Then one egg cell and how many synergids? 2 synergids. Now the next one, in the center of this embryo sac or female gametophyte, a central large cell is present which contains 2 nuclei. That one is known as one secondary nucleus. Now all this together, 3 antipodals, 1 synergid, 1 egg cell and 2 synergids together forms a embryo sac which is 7-celled and 8-nucleated. Which are the 7 cells? Group of 3 cells towards the micropylar end, that is egg apparatus. Group of 3 cells towards the chalaza end, that is antipodals, that is a 3-6, and central cell, that is a 7 cell. That one is a 7 cell and 8 nuclei. This central cell contains 2 nuclei. Thus, embryo sac or female gametophyte of angiospermic plant is 7-celled and 8-nucleated. Now, all this together forms, what is this? 3 antipodals, 1 secondary cell, 1 egg cell, 2 synergids together form a embryo sac. Embryo sac, or it is known as a female gametophyte. Thus, a 7-celled and 8-nucleated female gametophyte or embryo sac embryocyte is produced in the nucellus towards the microbial end in angiospermic plant. This embryo sac development of embryo sac we are going to study in the next lecture, but here we are going to study functions of the different part. What is the function of funicle? It remains attached to the placenta of the ovule and it provides support to the body of ovule, and it also absorbs the nourishment from the ovary and provides to the body of the ovule. Then function of chaliza. Chaliza is a basal part which gives rise integument of the ovule, Then next one is nucellus. Nucellus at maturity produces embryo sac towards the micropilar end. Nucellus produces embryo sac towards the micropilar end. Then integument are the covering of the ovule and they are protective in function. Then next one is the micropyle. Micropyle is the opening present at the tip of the ovule, hence it provides entry to the pollen tube for the process of fertilization. It provides entry to the pollen tube inside the ovule for the process of fertilization. Then next one, 3 antipodals of the embryo sac may be disintegrated and its content provides nourishment to the developing embryo produced from the egg. Secondary cell after the fertilization converts into triploid cell and it gives rise endosperm in the seed. Secondary cell converts into triploid cell and it gives rise endosperm in the seed. Then next one, egg cell after fertilization converts into diploid cell, that one is known as a zygote, and zygote gives rise embryo. Then two synergids, out of these two synergids, one provides entry to the one guidelines entry to the pollen tube inside the embryo sac. In this way, of functions of different parts of the ovule. This we have studied detailed structure of anatropous ovule. Then question arises, why ovule is known as anatropous ovule? Now this ovule is a completely inverted ovule in which funicle and micropyle comes close to each other. Funicle, the stalk of the ovule, and micropyle comes close to each other due to the inverted nature, hence ovule is known as anatropous ovule. Now this is about gynoecium, a female reproductive organ, and structure, that is structure of anatropous ovule. In the next period we are going to study about the development of this female gametophyte. Keep it in mind, a female gametophyte of flowering plant, that is angiospermic plant, is a 7-celled and 8-nucleated. It is also known as a embryo sac. In the next period we are going to study development of this embryo sac.